What's up guys, it's Xclusive here, and today I'm going to be starting off a new project in the form of Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. Now this is a game that I've been wanting to actually stream for a while and upload on YouTube for a while now. I actually played this game back when it first came out, so I have played through all of it and I've gotten all the achievements and everything like that. But I kind of wanted to revisit it since the number 2 came out recently, not too long ago. It's been a couple months now, but I did kind of want to play them back to back. So that's kind of the plan here. But anyway, for those of you who don't know, this is Hellblade Senua Sacrifice, the first in the series. And essentially what this game is about, just to give you a little bit of a background, this is from the makers of Heavenly Sword, Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, and DMC Devil May Cry. It comes a warrior's brutal journey into myth and madness. Set in the Viking Age, a broken Celtic warrior embarks on a haunting vision quest into Viking hell to fight for the soul of her dead lover. This was created in collaboration with neuroscientists and people who experience psychosis. Hellblade Senua Sacrifice will put you deep into Senua's mind. Now this is a very interesting, it's like a psychosis kind of game where you're playing as Senua, who's right there on the main screen there, and she has, she basically has voices in her head throughout the whole game, and kind of like, makes her have these visions and crazy, it just makes her a little crazy. But it's a really interesting game that definitely needs to just be played by so many more people. But anyway, in terms of the achievements, there are approximately, I want to say, there's 14 achievements with a total of 1,000 points. Now, the cool thing about this game is that 13 of the 14 achievements are all story related, and then there's only one that's not, which is a collectible related achievement, which is where you gotta just kind of go and collect all the Lorestones as you're playing. Now, unfortunately, there is no chapter select in this game, and the game is about, I want to say, 6 to 8 hours long, depending on, kind of like if you explore and stuff like that. But, for the most part, I think we can get it done in about 7 hours, maybe 6.5. But, obviously, as I'm going through it, I'm going to be exploring everything. I'm going to be getting all of the Lorestones. One thing that you'll notice as I'm playing through is that on the Lorestones, there's like these glyphs, which is kind of what tracks your progress of obtaining them. And when you collect them, the symbols turn white. Now, because I collected all of them, they should all be white at this point in time, because it does track your progress, across playthroughs. So if you do, let's say, play the game and you miss one or two or whatever, you can always go back. You have to replay the game again, unfortunately, and there is no new game plus or anything like that, because there really isn't any like skills or anything like that. But you can go back through and just kind of collect the ones that you missed. But anyway, so yeah, so without further ado, we're gonna get right into it here. So this is kind of like a action adventure game. There's really like, it's almost like an RPG, but there's really no like RPG elements like leveling up or anything like that. So it's just a really pure story-based game, which has an awesome, amazing story. And I have yet to play number 2, so I'm excited to do that right after this one. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it here. So I'm going to start a new game, and we're just going to go straight in. And yeah, start with the Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. Let's go. Sure want to start a new game? Yes, let's go. Now, I do want to say that this game is definitely best played with really good headphones. Unfortunately, I don't own those, but I am playing it with my surround sound system, so.
Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
And yet there was a second game. I mean, the graphics for this game, when this game came out, were really amazing. They still hold up today, and the second one I heard is even better, so.
Rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
So you are able to kind of freely look around here.
Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking?
He's in Helheim. Look. Up ahead.
In Helheim.
You see it too?
You promised you came.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Helheim!
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back.
I really love Viking lore, so this game is like really right up my alley. That's why I love the shit out of Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's amazing. I know the Celts and the Vikings are not necessarily the same from what I understand, but very
Look
close.
around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them?
Oh,
They're going
damn,
to do
yeah.
that to you.
Voices like, you gonna die, bro. Turn around now.
They're
Oh,
watching.
dead guy in the water right there.
Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her.
Damn, bro.
You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
I can feel it.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel it.
I think one of the biggest criticisms that this game got
You might
was
think
that
she's brave to go on this journey on her own.
a lot of people thought it was a little
But it's
slow.
bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
Like it doesn't ramp up in terms of like excitement or whatever, or people just kind of lose interest. But I do have to say, and I think the same was said about the second game, but you know, once you get past a certain point, it kind of ramps up, and it's just, the story is just really gripping, in my opinion. Alright, because you really don't do anything up until this point. You just kind of just look around and just kind of have to sit through the intro, but now we'll finally be able to start moving. And there really isn't anything to really explore other than just kind of like to get the scenic views and stuff like that.
What is she leaving behind?
And the Lorestones.
I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us.
This
There's
is
no
really
going
good.
back.
No going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Okay. So we're finally in control. Kind of look around. Like I said, you could really only just kind of explore, just to kind of look at stuff. There's no collectibles other than the Lorestones, and there's really nothing else to pick up. Other than the Lorestones, there are some puzzles you need to do that are like very environmental, which you kind of see in a little bit. But other than that, alright, so this is the first Lorestone right here. So I can see I got all of them.
Come on, closer. She can't focus. Why can't she
I don't remember how to focus. Is it... Oh, there you go, right trigger, okay.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
So yeah, so it's recommended that you kind of just listen to what that dude has to say, because he's actually her friend, and he's basically giving you like kind of like a backstory to the game and the lore of the game, and like kind of like what to expect and what's to come, stuff like that. But anyway, so this is the first one. So as I mentioned before in the intro, as you can see, all the runes and stuff around the circle, which is kind of like what tracks your progress in Lorestones, are currently white. However, when you're playing a new game, they are all orange, and basically the little dots, I know they're kind of hard to see, but that separate the runes. Those are like where it tells you how many are in each chapter. I believe right now, where are we? I think, yeah, I'm not really sure, because I don't remember where it starts off at. But obviously this is the rune in front of us. I think it's out there. The little Z, it's like at the very top, and the MM is next, and that little arrow going to the left, or less than sign, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, let's move forward here. There's only 4 in this chapter, as far as I know, in this first chapter right here, so. Which would make sense based on what the Lorestone has on the little circle above it, around it, surrounding it. So for now, we just kind of move forward.
Yearns for life, hungers for it, like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping.
So the game obviously looks scary, seems scary. It's not necessarily a horror game, but it definitely has creepy, scary elements. So it may put some people off, for sure.
Not this time.
Hey, sunlight. Yeah. Beautiful. That's just gorgeous right there.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
He's in there. You see him?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
So yeah, so that's the if you haven't figured it out by now, that's the severed head of her lover named Dillion. And she's essentially trying to bring him back to life by going to Helheim. And yeah, the thing moves, breathes, it's really weird, creepy, but
I hear you.
it's interesting.
He's there, you know it. There's no doubt about
He's
it.
lost.
The source of the darkness is in Helheim.
They're
And the goddess Hela holds his soul there.
Yeah, so we need to recover his soul, essentially.
And beloved, Dillion.
Oh, Dillion, sorry, I said Dillion. That's very similar. But anyway, yeah, this is very pretty. We're actually going to be coming up to another Lorestone very
Why
soon.
is she doing this? Why doesn't she tell that? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. But his soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives.
So we can kind of sprint a little bit with left bumper.
His soul. She wants his soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest. He's already dead. She can save him. There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him.
There really isn't anything around here.
She can't let him rot. She has to try.
The bridge to Helheim.
Where are we?
I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
So now, if only the dead may cross it, does that essentially means she has to die? That's the interesting part, right? Alright, so there's a Lorestone right there by the waterfall. This is number 2 of 4 in this chapter. Just gonna walk up to it again. Focus on it with the right trigger.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
So yeah, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I guess Celtics are just Vikings. But yeah, so like I said, I would recommend definitely like just kind of listen to him and not moving, just because you don't want to overlap the voices in her head and him talking. I think that happened to me once when I played the first time around. So just to be safe, you know, if you really care about what he has to say, I would just kind of stop, listen to it, and then move on after. Alright, so let's climb up here real quick. We gotta cross the bridge soon. Alright, let's see. So there's gonna be a door here that we're gonna have to unlock very soon. Just cross this path.
Don't stop. Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Down. Where have you gone?
Why did she do that?
She shouldn't have done it.
She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
They did a really good job, and I mean the actress did a really amazing job of just kind of just how crazy this psychosis is. It's very realistic. Alright. So here's our kind of like our first environmental puzzle that I kind of mentioned before. If you focus on the door, you'll essentially need to match what's on the door with somewhere in the environment.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them. Don't listen. I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Drew? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Druth is my truth. Huh?
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
To guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what I mean here. So
She needs to
we're going to focus.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
And we kind of have to look around the area to try to match the letters. So usually it's like what you can make out through shadows and stuff. Like if you look at it from a certain angle.
Look towards the gate,
Like that.
and the gate will open.
Now we go through and it should open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
It worked.
Thank you.